Hey guys, World Series time is here. Now, normally I'd probably be trying to explain how the Tampa Bay Rays were built, how many draft picks they had, guys like Chuck Lamar who were no longer with the team, the work that they did to put a team together that at about $40 million is now competing for the Commissioner's Trophy. I could tell you about the Phillies, how many free agents, how many guys were bought, how many guys were brought up through the system. Not going to do it. Why? Because when we do the video blogs, I try to give you a little bit of a visual, and I also have promised sort of a top 5 list every time we get together. All right. I am more accustomed to, and I am certainly, it's conducive to me to actually enjoy the throwback-looking jerseys more than a modern version. I'm not a fan of what the Astros did with the ridiculous colors. I'm not a fan of the powder blues. I know they were big in Atlanta and certainly in other places. That's not necessarily what I like. I don't like pinstripes unless they're on a Yankee uniform. All right, I like the stuff that just looks clean, crisp, and gives you an idea that that town has worn that jersey for a long time, and every time they put it on, especially at home whites I think are always better than the road grays. That team just looks a little bit better than you, whoever you are. Let's do it today. Top 5 uniforms. Let's start with the team that actually happens to be in the World Series this year, and they've got a little bit of old school on this, the Philadelphia Phillies. I don't like what they've worn at home until they put this one on. You know, a nice little touch with the stars over the eyes, but there's just something clean and crisp about this Phillies jersey. I'll put them in at number 5. At number 4, we'll break it down to maybe behind the Yankees and the Dodgers. Wink, wink, they're coming. This uniform might be, again, as clean as any other because this is sort of the uniform that Stan Musial wore, Bob Gibson wore, and Albert Pujols happens to wear it today. Why? Why change what is close to perfect? Cardinals come in at number 4. Now, speaking of, I screwed this up in terms of order, but this we'll get back to that. Let me do this. I apologize. Phillies, Cardinals. Here we go, number 3, the Detroit Tigers. Again, why? Because Al Kaline, Norm Cash, Ty Cobb, not a good guy, but certainly played some pretty good baseball. The Tigers were in an old building wearing this uniform forever. What do you think? You're going to change the D? Of course you're not. That would basically be sacrilegious. You keep what works. Again, not always all the time on the field, but how guys looked. Tigers come in at number 3. Number 2, sorry Yankee fans, I'm going to put you in at number 2. One of the reasons, certainly the pinstripes, certainly the championships, but I love the idea, and this is a DiMaggio throwback, no names on the back of the jerseys. Everybody knew who Joe DiMaggio was. You didn't have to, even after other teams have gone to names on the back. Yankees homes, they've decided, it's not necessarily because it's a Yankee uniform. Number 1, then, no big surprises, it's the Dodgers. You talk again about just a classic uniform, a Jackie Robinson throwback, Duke Snider, and everybody else that's associated with this team. This uniform still works in Los Angeles this many years later. So there you go, for whatever it's worth. 5 jerseys that I think have actually stood the test of time for the most part, and when you look at them, you just go, I know who I'm looking at, I know why I think it's a good-looking jersey, and on top of that, it's something that those guys probably wore a little bit more proudly than maybe some other jerseys in baseball's history. Have a great day, have a great weekend, see you soon.